Well, hello, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the old Beer Dweebs United. Nobody's here yet. Like usual, like I've always been, everyone is open to join. So if you want to come chat, let me know. You're more than welcome to come and chat. I am currently laying down. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm doing things tonight because I don't have my table as close to the bed as it used to be, so I got to figure out how I'm doing this. Um, things just things are just weird for me right now, so I thought I'd just get on and chat for a bit. Um, the wife and my eldest daughter are out for a walk uh, with my one puppy, and I thought we'd chat. I was going to drink some tonight, but after what happened last night, I drank my beers last night, so I have nothing on me at this very moment, which is unfortunate. Um, I am hoping some people come and join in, but if they don't, that's fine. We'll chat amongst ourselves if anyone is interested. Now, remember, for the most part, I'll answer any questions. We were going to come and talk mostly about life and about movies and such, but that was going to be last night, and then the the things that happened last night happened, and yeah, yeah, and I don't know if I'm going to be on my own tonight. If I'm not, I don't know what's going to go on. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to do that properly so everything works out. Um, yeah, yeah. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about with the incident of last night, as some of you may or may not know, we did have Nanook, who was our German Shepherd, who we rescued from Limerick, and we recently ended up getting a husky. We rescued a husky. It was a brown husky. We named it Misha at first. Its name became Chewbacca. Last night while I was at work, I got a phone call from my wife, freaking out that he was convulsing and bleeding out of the mouth and all that. Ended up being that somebody poisoned him with rat poison. They sprinkled rat poison outside the house. We ended up finding all of it and shoveling it all out. But yeah, so the puppy died last night. But that's what the hell does that say? Okay, whatever. We'll deal with that after. Um, yeah. So that was fun. That was fun to come home to. It was fun to deal with. No idea who did it. No idea why they do it. But it happened. I see Al is here. What the hell? Good day, Al. How are you? Yeah, yeah. Well, here I am. Oh wait, somebody's waving at me.
Hey,
Good day, sir.
you actually sent me that link just in time because I got done from like a Zoom meeting. I was a Patreon for the National Wrestling Alliance, and one of the ones was like you get to go in like these Zoom meetings. One of them was with the champion, and that was today. And I'm like, oh my god, like I was shaking and everything. But
Well, good thing you had a good day.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I was actually wondering what. I'm glad that this happened because I thought this was happening yesterday.
Yeah, and then my dog got murdered. So that's
What?
Yeah, somebody sprinkled rat poison outside my house and poisoned my puppy.
What the fuck?
I think it was meant for my German Shepherd. I think they were trying to kill him, but the puppy got it.
Anything they can do, or
Oh man, animals don't matter up here. Nothing they'll ever do.
Jesus?
And I think they were after the shepherd because the shepherd would bark and growl at people that would come near my skidoo and stuff, right? Like people that would come to try and fuck with me. He didn't like them near the house, and they didn't like it. He barked at them. So
Jesus. Well, I guess every time you let your dog out, you're gonna have to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Feel bad for your puppy though, and you.
I'm trying very desperately to get comfortable here. I moved the room around, so now I don't have a fucking place to put the computer nicely.
Right.
And motherfucker. There we go. So last night I was going to mostly do like movie talk and shit like that, and then yeah, I was also going to have some beers, but I drank the beers last night.
Oh well, at least you have ginger ale.
No.
Canada
Club soda.
Oh, so it's not even an ale.
And yeah, Al, you're right. Haters are just going to hate. It's just, I find it somewhat disgusting that you can willy-nilly just kill something. Just find that kind of disgusting. And doing it purposely to try and hurt somebody.
People are assholes.
Yep, they are. That they are. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully a polar bear eats them.
Yeah, we're trying to decide what to do now, right? Because we always have been a 2-dog household, and our German Shepherd does need a friend, but we don't know if we really want to bring another dog in if somebody's just going to fucking sprinkle poison outside the house and kill it.
Right. You know what you do then? You know what you do then? You get one of the cow dogs and see if they try to fuck with one of them.
The cow dogs are so much meaner than my dog. Like, why are you after my dog? My dog doesn't care about you unless you're on his fucking unless you're within reach of him, because he has a 20-foot lead, right? So he can get 20 feet away, but he can't get 20 feet away because our fucking staircase is 10 feet on its own. So he can get 10 feet off of the staircase, which isn't even to where we park the truck yet. But so I mean, unless you're on that little portion of 10 feet in front of the staircase, you're perfectly fine to do whatever the fuck you want. He can't do anything. And the only reason he doesn't like people, like he does bark and growl at people. The only reason he doesn't like people is somebody hit him with a stick.
Yep.
Somebody in town beat him with a stick. Well, guess what? Now he doesn't like you. And that's just the way it's going to be.
And it's probably specifically that person, too.
What's this, Al? Oh, what did you try, Al? What did you try? Hopefully something good. I apparently have some beers coming, but they... Al, you're down in the south. Have you heard anything about the Stony Creek Stony Creek Canada Post facility being closed for COVID or something? Because I have 6 packages that have been in Stony Creek in like limbo. They've all gone there between May 14th and May 21st, and they haven't moved from there since arriving. It should be a 1-day thing from Stony Creek to Montreal, and then it should take 6 days to get up here from Montreal. But it's been like 14 days just sitting in Stony Creek. Oh. I am very uncomfortable right now. I got to figure out how I'm doing this. Where can I put this computer? Suppose I could move it over there to that and just sit, but that's a lot of work too. Okay, what do we got here?
BRB.
Al has made 2 comments. Okay, you BRB. Okay, Zephyr. I don't think I've had Zephyr. I've had a few Son of Kent beers. I actually didn't mind them. See, I understand, it being slow. I can get that. And I understand packages being backed up, but I can't get almost 2 weeks sitting without moving in Stony Creek. And Stony Creek is one of the hubs. And I've even had packages sent backwards to Stony Creek. Like I had a guy mail something from Cambridge, and it should have went from Cambridge directly to Mississauga and then out. But for some reason, it didn't go to Mississauga. It went to Stony Creek, and then it just sat there. Sour ale from Bench, not so much of an enjoyment. Yeah, I don't particularly like Bench's sour ales, and I agree with you on that. I have had the that Pilsner, and I would totally agree. Okay, I can't for the life of me get this to where I want it to be. Oh. Yeah, well, the other problem is even once it gets up here, yeah. So I have 11 packages out in space right now. And of those 11 packages, at least 7 of them have been in Montreal since May 3rd. It's now May 28th. It has to be here. And if you look through the hole of my mailbox, when you open up my mailbox, you look through the hole, they have like 5 weeks worth of packages back there piled from the floor to the ceiling. And it's not getting sorted. It's not getting sorted at all. We were given three slips for 3 packages. And we went, and they couldn't find any of the packages, so they told us to come back the next day. And we came back the next day, gave them the 3 slips, and they found 2 of the packages and not one of them. So we went back today with the last one, and then she scans it, and she goes, "Oh, it says it's been picked up." And I go, "So you gave our package away?" She goes, No, maybe they'll show up tomorrow." I go, "It won't show up tomorrow if your system says it's been picked up, because that means you scanned it and gave it to somebody." Nah. Yeah, well, I'm laying on the bed instead of sitting like I usually do, and I can't figure out where I want to be. I can't get comfortable.
Damn, short staffed.
Well, up here, they never really had a lot of staff to begin with. They had 2.5 guys, and I say 2.5 guys because one guy wouldn't be at work very often for reasons. So they had 2.5 guys. Now they have this one woman who I don't think they really trained, and she was training somebody else today. And I kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, I don't. And I'm like, I just want my fucking shit. I can see some of it through the mail slot. And I've seen it sitting there for 2 weeks. And I know that shit's for me because there's nobody up here in Nunavik ordering from that company because they don't know that company exists because it's a buddy of mine's company. So I can see the box sitting there. And I'm like, I know that's my package. I fucking want it. And I've seen it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks I've seen it. And I still don't have the card in my mailbox. It's a retail location too, right? It's one of the satellite locations. It's not an actual Canada Post building. It's part of the FCNQ, so the Co-op of Nouveau Quebec, or Federation Co-op Nouveau Quebec, and it's just frustrating. I'm like, I'll come and fucking volunteer to help you organize this mail just to get it out. Like, don't pay me, don't do anything. Just let me get that back there and help you fucking get this stuff done. Because this is redonkulous. But on the plus side, Tamani did announce last week that they are putting fiber optic through the bay this year. So by the end of the year, I should be off satellite internet and I should be on fiber optic. Yay!
Is it going to be called Hudson Fiber?
No, it's going to still be called Tamani. Tamani. Tamani means here. Here.
Take it that's in Inuit?
Yes, in Inuktitut. I do agree with you there, Al. So how is everything else going, Al? How is Niagara right now? How's PA?
All right. I'm finally getting the shit that I ordered like 2 months ago. Which I think is funny because
See,
the COVID thing, well, as far as we know right now in Pennsylvania, it's winding down. Now I'm finally getting my freaking COVID mask.
I found it funny because I ordered something from 1-800-PET-MED, so that comes from the U.S. and it ended up in Nunavik faster than anything I've ever ordered from Canada, and I laughed when that happened.
USPS don't fuck around.
What's going on here?
Yeah, USPS don't fuck around, but the thing is that it's whether the company sends it out to the USPS in time or not. Because I had a bunch of stuff where the order was confirmed, but they never sent it out because they were back ordered.
I mean, I can understand that, Al, but at the same time, I think they had to close that border at that time. But you're right, Niagara without the border crossing is not a good sign. It's not good shit. It's not the way you want to do business in Niagara Falls. And yeah, I'm just glad that we sold our house when we did. That's all I can say. Because our house finally sold. The closing date was in November, and if it had gone any longer, I don't know if it would have sold. We may have been screwed.
I mean, it's Welland. You probably could have, had a hobo look after the place for you until it got sold.
Yeah, no, I never wanted to be a landlord because that's something that Alicia brother was all like too, right? He's like, yeah, you should just rent the house out. I go, no. He goes, why? I go, because I rent the house out and then I have to deal with if they fuck the house up. I'm not living in it. It's gone. Like that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, because people don't give a fuck if it's not theirs.
Nope. Yeah, I agree. There's likely to be a housing crash.
When my stepdad, when he rented his old house, he only had like 3 decent renters. One was like a bunch of college kids. The other one was like this black dude. And the only reason why he left is because his wife left him, so he couldn't pay the rent. You know, the half of the rent. And the other one was a biker.
Yeah, no, I had no ambition to be a landlord, and we bought the house for what we bought it for, and it was fine. And then we sold it a year later. We put like 15 grand worth of stuff into it. We built a fence. We built a back porch. We built a mud room in the front, a big back porch too. It was a full like 10 by 10. No, 16 by 10 because the house was 16. Yeah, okay. So we built a lot on it and we refloored it. We did a lot of work in that house, and we sold the house for only like 5 grand more than we paid for it because it was just at that point, right? We just kept dropping the price. We're like, we need this to move because we're done paying rent for something mortgage for something we're not living in. We just kept dropping it and kept dropping it and kept dropping it, and then we had the person ask to buy it and put in their offer, and they're like, oh, we want a home inspection too. And I go, well, okay, whatever, do your home inspection. They do a home inspection and it comes back. You might have asbestos in your attic in the insulation. If you do, we want you to pay to have it removed. And I go, no. But what do you mean, no? I go, no. If it's asbestos, you just aren't getting the house. They go, why? I go, because you're already getting the house for $25,000 less than you should be getting it for. I'm not taking another 18 grand off to do a fucking asbestos removal. Turned out that it wasn't asbestos, and I'm like, and it's actually safer to just leave it the fuck up there if that's what it is and never open the attic up. But whatever. Well, I'm glad that you are well, Al. I'm glad that you are well. What the fuck is that on the wall? Oh, it's the sun. Okay.
So, are we going to be looking forward to a Canada Dry club soda review?
No, you won't be. You want to know what it's like? It's nothing. There's nothing to it at all. But it's really cool when you have earpods in, because when you're drinking it and you have earpods in, you can almost hear the carbonation on your tongue. It's cool. I brought an entire 12-pack in.
Damn macro club soda. Why can't they be craft like Schweppes?
Schweppes is owned by the same company.
Oh, really? Wait, I thought Canada. Wait, is Canada Dry Pepsi or is it?
Pretty sure it's Coke.
Or if it's like RC Cola, because I know there's some things where it's actually like RC. I mean, I can look it up.
Can't read it in here. Can't read it because I'm blind and it's dark. Oh, Al's saying something new. What's Al saying now? Ugh.
Oh shit, Schweppes is his own company.
Then Schweppes must contract because Schweppes is, according to the cans, is made in the exact same building.
Yeah, their distributors are Dr. Pepper, Pepsi Company, and Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So the stuff we're getting is being done by Coke.
North America is Pepsi. It says that's what it says. And then Europe, China, India, Lebanon, Malaysia, New Zealand. That's Coca-Cola. At least that's for Schweppes. I don't know about Canada Dry. Canada Dry. Brand of soft drinks. Oh, it's owned by Dr. Pepper.
Yep. Which is a Pepsi product.
Dr. Pepper is it's not actually it's owned by Keurig now. What? So 7-Up, Snapple, and all that stuff's owned by Keurig? That's so weird.
How many things are just sold and moved and sold and moved?
But I knew that like Dr. Pepper wasn't owned by Pepsi. It's just Pepsi takes that whole 7-Up, RC Cola, and all that shit is like the Pabst Blue Ribbon of soft drinks, as in they have everybody like do all the distribution for them. But
so refreshing. You're right, Al. That Japanese YouTuber was 100% right. This is refreshing. It tastes as if I'm drinking a Bud Light. No, Bud Light does have more taste than this. So next week, we go back up to 12 beers. We're allowed to buy 12 packs again starting next week. Excuse me.
That's when you
right
become.
Now.
What that means? That means
What's
it's time
that?
for you to be a smart ass and get a 12 pack of 40s.
No, you have to go to the FCNQ and you order your beer from there. Now you can get a 12 pack of
Probably
Bud.
Tall Boys.
No, 355s. So your 12 pack of Bud is a 355s. However, you can also get a 12 pack of Tall Boys of Keith's and Rickard's Red. However, the 12 pack of the 355s is $62.50 if it's Bud, and if it's the Rickard's Red or the Keith's, it's $105.
Jesus! And I haven't even heard those other brands. I thought they would be even more like white trash beer than.
Oh no! If you want the like lowest of the low beer up here, it's Molson Dry, and that's the same price as Bud. I think it's like $1 cheaper.
I can't hear Molson Dry without thinking of that review you and the cartoon did when you saw like a streamer comment that said, "I hope you drown in a well of Molson Dry." It's okay. I haven't even had Molson Dry, but I've had Molson Canadian, and I'm just like, it's not that great. And then there's people beside me that are just like, "What are you talking about? It's foreign."
Yeah,
it's primo beer. It's foreign.
You know,
so you have people
not
drink
bad, and I mean, there's so many craft beer drinkers that will go off about how horrible macro lagers are and all that. But when you're looking at a macro lager, you just want the least offensive thing you can find. And Canadian doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste great, but it doesn't taste bad. And that's, I mean, there are people that are going to not like it, but the people that don't like the taste of Canadian or Bud and stuff like that, for the most part, it's just you don't like the taste of average beer. It's not that they actually taste bad, just you're not after the taste of average beer. I mean,
there's a lot worse that you can do macro-wise.
yes, there is. There's a lot worse you can do than the big boys.
Truthfully, I'd rather have a bad cheap beer than a bad expensive beer.
Yeah, so would I. I, as an asshole, ordered beer from Montreal a few months back, and it was when all this was happening. And he's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I want Corona." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Send me Corona." And I drank Corona for 2 weeks, and I also bought, the real lemon juice. You know how you can go to the store and get those little lemons that's
Yeah.
lemon juice and all that. I bought that at the store. Just so you know, the 500 milliliter bottles of that are like $6 up here, and yeah. But so I bought one, and that's what I was putting in every Corona I drank, and that made the Corona so much more drinkable.
There is no taste. You have to have the lime.
That's the thing, right? Like, I needed to add something.
And I love
You like
how
Busch Light? Yeah, Busch Light wasn't horrible.
And I love how like Corona Extra is kind of the same way. It's like, so what's the extra on there? I'm like, obviously not flavor. Is there like one extra bubble in it? Or is the extra is that it's in a can instead of a bottle?
I mean, that could be an entire conversation that people have. Like, what are your favorite cheaper beers? I mean, when I lived in Ontario, my dead ass favorite budget beer was Old Vienna. Other than Old Vienna, I really did like Molson Export. When I would go to the States, though, it would be stuff like the big flats that fucking Joe brought up for me. He brought up a 6-pack that cost $3.99, and I was like, "Fucking A!" And it actually didn't taste bad.
Was it Hams?
Natty Light. No, it was a Big Flats branded.
Oh, Big Flats. Okay, all right.
So it was from Trader Joe's. But Natty Light wasn't bad. It didn't taste like anything. I can't say it was bad. It tasted legitimately like I was drinking Canada Dry Club soda. Like,
I mean, I've never had Natty Light. I've had Natty Ice, and Natty Ice is not that bad, but when we've had this conversation before, it's kind of ridiculous how they cater to their audience by brewing the cans up every year. Like, pretty soon there's just going to be a frat guy chugging Natty Ice on the can of Natty Ice.
That green one I told you to try. Which green one was it? Genesee? Genesee Cream Ale?
Genesee Cream Ale is actually not bad at all.
No, and it's pretty fucking cheap too.
It's better than the other Genesees. Well, in Pennsylvania, you can get like a case of like an equivalent of a case. I've always seen it like in tall boys as opposed to like an actual case of regular Genesee, although they do make it in regular cases. It's just for some reason the beer distributors where I'm at don't carry it in that. But you can get like a 12-pack of those tall boys for like $10.
Yeah.
And that's super cheap where I'm from.
Okay, this is
so for what I've learned, that's way dirt cheap where you're from. Especially
if I could get a fucking 10-pack, if I could get a 6-pack for $10, I'd be excited. Pop Culture Vegan, good day. How are you? Right now, we're talking about our favorite budget beers, so cheap beers that we didn't actually mind drinking.
My favorite is Hams, $2.99 a 6-pack, which is unheard of in Pennsylvania.
I remember the first time I went to Pennsylvania, and you couldn't buy anything in anything other than a 2-4 at the time. And that really hurt our let's try everything idea.
But, yeah, you could only, buy a 12-pack at a time. But, actually, no. You can buy it all at once, but here's the thing. You have to grab the 12-pack, go outside, come back inside, and grab the 12-pack, so... you have to make multiple trips. It's
you love Lugo tread. Come on now, you got to say it right. Yeah. Lugo tread.
One of my friends actually got his beer stolen once that way. Like he bought 2 12-packs from a bar, went outside, put the 112 pack like on the porch out on front of the bar, went back in, got his other 12 pack, walked out, his 12 pack was gone, but luckily it was during the winter. So he followed the foot tracks to the person's house, knocked on the door. It's like, hey, you have my beer.
So Pop Culture Vegan says his is Miller Lite and Rainier. Rainier is is it a PBR product? I think it's PBR, isn't it? But yeah, the Rainier actually wasn't a bad beer either.
Anything beats Burger Classic, though. Oh my god.
I've never had Burger Classic. I hear so much about it. I've never had it. I want Burger Classic.
Yeah, I want to get that. And when there was also like Burger Ice, I'm like, oh my god. Like, if Burger Classic wasn't trashier than before, of course they have to have an ice version. And I'm pretty sure there's a light version as well.
Upper Canada Lager. Yes, that is a good one as well. Upper Canada Dark was also pretty good.
Another one I actually say that wasn't really too bad was, and this is the most generic name for a beer, completely. It was Classic Ice. That is like a stereotypical budget beer name, Classic Ice. And they also had Classic Light.
Yeah. What was it? There's one in Saskatchewan / Alberta that's something west. Oh, I can't even think of the name right now, but a bunch of the guys in Alberta have sent me cans of it and stuff, and I did buy some when we were in Winnipeg. It was good stuff. But now I can't even think of the name. But yeah, you're right. Like there's just, I'm surprised there isn't just beer. That there isn't a company that just calls it beer.
I heard there. I always hear
No Name beer was pretty good.
What?
No Name beer was pretty good.
I remember like people telling me legendary things. I'm like, oh yeah, there's beer branded beer back in the 70s. I'm like, is that just like they just saw props on TV that just said beer on the cans and they thought like that was an actual brand, or
what? What do you mean? We have a plan. Yes, everybody do something. We have a plan. He lives here now. He's watching. What's that, guys? And we're off. You gotta go. You just walk straight in. Like, walking the entire way. Awesome.
Sorry, that was interesting. So the golden husky in town that is in love with me made his way into the house and would not leave. So that's what they were out there calling me out for, because they had a friend. He came to see me. I went, I pet him, I gave him a treat, and he left. Fucking. Yeah. Fuck. I walk out of the fucking room and Amarok's sitting on my couch. You know, I never expected to leave the bedroom to see Amarok sitting on the couch.
He's standing outside looking very sad and hurt and rejected. Like very sad and rejected. He just is monsters like, is it so nice there? I finally made it in.
I've been trying to get in to see you for almost 6 months now. Ever since I've met you, I've been in love with you.
Something fierce though.
MGD came in 40s? I never knew that. Who, Amarok? Yeah, Amarok is dirty.
He feels like, Chewy did the first day we got him, that roughness.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, like that was, and you see him, he's up on the couch, he's like, yeah, no, I like it here. I don't want to go anywhere. Can this be my new home?
The sled dog team that was on the water.
Yeah.
I guess they moved them up behind the hotel, so we went to go down that way and didn't realize. And they were all like chained up right behind the hotel on that hill. Started barking to loose huskies came running out, teeth bared. One of them just had pups. You could tell she was fresh. So we're like, okay, we're turning around, bye-bye. And he gave an old woman a heart attack. Grace was running with him, and they ran past a little old lady, and he ran out to sniff her. She didn't see him coming. And a couple kids asked if they could pet him, so I said, oh, you gotta approach him really slow. Oh, is he? He's outside, isn't he? So gross.
He went down the stairs to eat his treat. I guess he's hoping that I'll go give him more.
Now that's it.
Oh, I feed him every once in a while. He's a good dog. I love that dog. I want that dog to be mine.
And he's very tenseful to pet him with him. Slow, let him sniff you. The one thing you do with his back, he jumps.
Black lager of those two. I was just asked Silversmith Black Lager or Bench's Falls IPA. I think you'd go for the Black Lager too. I drank it last night.
Oh,
I told you I needed more beer today.
Oh, but there was no beer.
No, there was no beer today. That's why my store was so nice and quiet. No arguments, no nothing.
Oh, question. What has more flavor, Canada Dry, Club Soda, or Laker?
Laker has more flavor than Canada Dry Club Soda, but you don't want that flavor. Feel bad for that dog. That's the dog I want. But that
Roman brother-in-law's dog.
Yes, and he actually takes care of it. But he never brings it in the house. No. Like, and I was walking to work one day to the northern, and the Roman's brother was outside, like taking burrs out of his fur and stuff. So he takes care of him. He sat there, and then he saw Amarok look at me, and Amarok was about to get up to leave, and he's like, "No, you stay here." Like, sorry, your dog is in love with me.
Wait, the dog's just like, he lets me in this magical place called Inside.
Oh no, we've never let him in the place. Apparently, he just followed them in.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lie. He did force himself in one other time. Remember, and I had to force him out.
Yeah.
But he will. The one day he sat at the foot of our stairs in front my skidoo and protected my house from other dogs for like 3 hours. Yeah, and whenever you're walking, and especially if you have Nanook with you or one of the kids, he'll walk about 10 feet ahead of you and keep all other dogs away. He's a beautiful dog. I'm glad the rat poison didn't get him. Rickard's Red, not really a cheap beer, but it's a beer. Again, a 12-pack of Rickard's Red here is $99.
Yeah, it was about $100. Yeah.
Excuse me.
No wonder why a lot of Arctic cities just ban alcohol flat out. Because they're just like, yeah, it's too expensive to ship. We're a dry area. Just so that way you're not insulted by paying outrageous prices for what should be a $6 beer.
Excuse me. My husky as a kid was named Enoch. Yeah, well, our shepherd is Nanook. So, we named our shepherd either cute or polar bear, mattering how you spell it. Boobs. Oh, my lord, there's boobs. Why would you take those out while I'm sitting here on the internet with my friend? But why would you take those out? Now I want to just go over and do something to them.
And this is how Chad gets flagged off of YouTube. I laugh if as soon as she leaves the room, Greg pops on and just goes, "I heard boobs."
That would be amazing. Sorry, what was that?
Two very little boys come up and ask if they could pet me. I made sure Nanook was facing them when he came up so he didn't feel ambushed.
Was he good about it?
He was tense. I said, slow, let him sniff you. The one kid was a little too fast and he did try to, but I had a good hold on him. But yeah, the one kid had him, he didn't get all excited and like his tail. He was tense. You could tell he was very okay, what's going to happen? But he did it. He did a good job.
Apparently all Daniel does is say his name and then...
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
You know who I am. You must be good.
Because that was Marley's purpose. It was Marley's vision. Her name.
Alrighty, I might come out soon. I might not. Oh, somebody's here in the background.
I'm going to say boobies.
he joined it. Somebody said boobies.
You guys are talking about carbonated horse piss, and it's like, I'm not sure. Boobies? I'm in.
Okay, so...
Stay in frame.
Yeah.
Big bars.
Harder. I'll fix that in a second.
Put some music in the background. That works. At least half your faces aren't covered up anymore by the comments.
Well, we needed somebody else to join. You helped out.
Nobody expects the French Inquisition.
Oh, the fucking French.
At least your internet seems fine out there. Is it going through a 4G or whatnot?
No,
Probably.
So our internet up here is satellite internet. It used to be satellite internet to the house, where you would have the satellite dish in the field, and then you'd have this little tiny receiver at your house that would pick up signals from that satellite dish. Now we are fiber optic to the satellite dish. So there's a fiber optic cable that goes right to the satellite dish, and then it goes to each different house. I don't know if the internet is so much better because it's not winter anymore and we don't have as much cloud cover. I'm curious if that's what fixed it, because all of a sudden it seems like my internet is nowhere near as bad as it was.
Well, ours is 4G based, so snow, thunderstorm, they'll fuck this thing up easily. So yes, no snow better.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been working a lot nice. Oh, excuse me.
You have crazy bandwidth limitations? Can you watch Netflix and shit, or
Not technically.
no?
What's up? So he's still outside our door.
That's a neighbor's dog you're talking about, or something?
No. Well, it's Amarok. It's my like little follower. He's my guardian angel. He protects me from everything. And then there's this idiot. Hey, what are you doing in here? Why did she lock you in here with us? Hey. Can you get your paw off my computer? Yeah?
Like, no, I'm
You're an idiot. I
control.
love you. Yeah, so Amarok is still outside the door.
Is that the cheapest beer you can get up there? Is Budweiser?
Budweiser is technically Molson Dry is $2 cheaper.
Hey,
So you're looking at $63 a 2-4 instead of $65. Sorry, a 12-pack. 12-pack.
hey, if you want to be a patriot, you got Molson Dry.
Well, you have the big ass Quebec jugs? No.
No, we don't.
Ports.
We have the 355 milliliter cans. Come here, you little baby. Did you go for a nice walk? Did you walk with your buddy?
You should really go to the beer person and complain that they don't have enough Labatt 50.
Well, they were selling Corona here until coronavirus hit, and then they stopped ordering it.
Like, you almost don't have a choice to shotgun this stuff to get it working. There's a beer bong.
I still find it funny that.
How much is like whiskey? $200
for a Mickey.
Mickey.
Is that like grenade size or different Mickey?
Yeah, the 13 ounce.
What?
13 ounce bottle. A 13 ounce bottle of whiskey.
How much is that?
$200.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. Fuck, I can get probably that for like $7.
Good time to start.
Yes, I think.
Is that you said you want to start making prison wine? Just test it out or something? Or somebody was talking about that.
I know how to
That'd be
make
good.
prison wine.
That'd be a good time to start doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, bread isn't all that expensive. Ketchup is a little expensive. Yes, I
mean,
hear you huffing behind me. I
mean,
I hear you.
or you could do what people in the Arctic do, and that is snag a seagull and throw it in a bottle underwater and let it ferment in the sun. Apparently, that's a thing.
Blood wine. We're killing on blood wine.
Yeah,
It's good.
apparently called Seagal Wine, and it supposedly tastes like carburetor fluid. But the fact that it says take a seagull and throw it and put it in a bottle, I'm just like, is it a giant bottle that you're supposed to put the entire seagull in, or are you supposed to cut the seagull up and just put it in there and just stir it out in the sun like some asshole?
Parts of the dead bird in water. Fermented. Yeah, parts of the bird.
Oh, he's looking it up. Okay.
Well, because they have pictures like rattlesnakes and stuff. It's the same kind of style.
Ugh.
That looks like shaved rats. That's interesting. Yuck.
Oh shit! They actually have fucking pictures of it now. Oh no, that's snake wine. Okay.
What do you do? What do you do for junk food over there? Just frozen stuff, I guess.
Junk food. You
Yeah,
got
pizza.
chips and stuff. Oh,
No
yeah, there's
pizza and
frozen
stuff like
pizza.
that. Yeah, just
There's
frozen.
frozen pizza. There is a restaurant, and you can buy a pizza from them. It's like $65 a pizza.
Is it worth it? $65.
If you really have a hankering, yeah, it's a good pizza, but I don't want to pay $65 for a pizza.
So if you want a regular night, 2 packs of beer and a pizza, that's like a week's pay for most people.
You can't get 2 packs of beer. You can get 1 12-pack.
Oh, you have to wear a disguise when you come back?
You have to have a co-op account, or if you don't have a
He just
co-op
puts on a
account,
hat.
you have to give a name
Oh,
if you don't have a co-op account. So yeah, they keep track of who's buying.
I mean,
Also, you're a visitor. You can't buy it.
just show up shirtless and pretend to be a polar bear. Maybe you can intimidate someone to give it up.
No, you have to go naked.
Buy it. You can buy it without a co-op account, but again, you have to give your name, and they do add a $10 fee to it. So your $65 12-pack of Bud has now become a $75 12-pack of Bud. When you order from the south, you like when they let you would order from like Marche Turin or something, and they would mail it up through cargo with Air Inuit, and they would you could get them to go places. Like there's been a couple times we've ordered a dozen donuts from Timmy's, and they go to Timmy's, buy a dozen donuts, freeze them, and send them up to you. I know there's a guy up here that does that with Big Macs. He orders Big Macs and they freeze them and send them up. Big Macs don't taste that great when they're fresh. I don't think they're going to taste that great reconstituted after they've been frozen.
You'd have to recook the meat on the pan and toast the buns, kind of thing. That'd be a pain in the ass. I wouldn't just zap it. That'd be gross. McNuggets, however, you can just deep fry.
You could probably air fry them.
Yeah.
We do have an air fryer. Shipping things matters what you buy from. I mean, Amazon is disgusting. Amazon has a $39.99 flat rate, and then $9.99 per pound for everything shipped up here. But you buy stuff from Best Buy, and Best Buy's shipping is actually amazing. Like a movie is $2.99. Well, any movies you can buy like 30 movies, and it's still $2.99. Video games is $10.99, and I think that's just because of the thought of it going missing. It costs more to replace than the movie. Then you have like I was looking at ordering an air conditioner, and it would cost me $50 in shipping. And I'm like, I'm fucking okay paying $50 in shipping. I'm perfectly okay with that.
I don't know air conditioning. It's like, yeah, come on, bring it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't need an air conditioner for a lot of time up here. It's not like it gets super, super hot for a long, long time. But I mean, those 2 or 3 weeks are apparently disgusting.
Oh. At least it doesn't cost much hydro for that short amount of time.
Well, it probably costs a good deal of hydro, but we don't pay for our hydro, so...
Oh, yeah. You get two air conditioners. There you
go. I technically have one sitting in the warehouse. It was sent up for my store, but they sent up a portable air conditioner for my store, and my store has no windows. So I don't know how they want me to use this portable air conditioner. I'm a little confused on what they want me to do with it.
Well, did they send you a sledgehammer with it?
No, they did not.
But you're in the Arctic. Like, why the hell would you need an air conditioner? Just open the door.
The Arctic isn't always super, super cold.
Okay, so
You do
it
get a
gets up
summer
to
up here.
Okay, so it gets up to 60.
Oh, today it was 7 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 10 degrees Celsius. Our top is 35.
All right,
This
I
town
need
this
to.
town goes between 50 degrees Celsius, from negative 50 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius.
So it's not like permafrost. You can just dig a fucking.
It is permafrost, and it's permafrost because it's only warm for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So you can dig
96?
it.
Not long.
Dig a cellar.
It gets 96 in the fucking Arctic?
Was that Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Okay. 96 is like that's like the network subway when we went there. You're just sitting and sweating.
Jesus.
That's
I
pop
figured.
culture vegan.
What
I went
the
into my
hell?
store today.
What?
I went into my store today, and it was 26 degrees in there, and I almost died. And it's because it's a sea
78.
canister, right?
Jesus.
For the most part, my store is just a sea can, but it's a sea canister with four giant fridges and 2 giant freezers in it. So all those compressors make it fucking hot as hell. And I walked in, and I'm like, oh my god, my balls are sweating into my boots already. Like, I need out of this place.
Are you allowed to wear shorts?
As long as nobody's coming to inspect me, I can kind of wear whatever I really want. So yeah, I'll probably start wearing some shorts.
It's just naked behind the fucking register.
Yeah, standing there wearing a loincloth. Hey guys.
Maybe you should wear the kilt if you still have it.
I brought 6 kilts with me.
Well, there you go.
I
Wear
wore
the
them in the
kilts.
middle of the winter. It was
Just have
minus
a-
35 out, and I was walking
just
around
have
in a
a-
kilt, and people were looking.
Just have a sign that says Dutch. It'll work.
Dutch.
No,
Welcome to
no,
my
I don't
Dutch
want anyone
store.
to.
I'll make you a Dutch oven.
Oh, what is today? Today's Thursday, right?
Yes. Thursday,
Okay,
28th.
2 more shifts. I can make it. I can make it through 2 more shifts. I got to go to the store on Sunday to paint my back door because they painted my door, but they didn't prime it, and they didn't put actual like cold weather paint on the door. So they paint my back door. The first time the temperature hit like minus 35, I come to work and everything's flaking off, and I'm like, motherfuckers. So I sent in a ticket with a picture. I'm like, what do you want me to do about this? We're gonna send you some paint. Okay, send me some paint. You get some painting when it gets warm. I saw my first mosquito today. It scared the shit out of me because the mosquito that I saw was the size of this.
They're like
What was
the
the
big
first mosquito?
females. Well, it's like the big females we get in Ontario, but they're not. They don't bite. But I'm sure the ones over there do bite.
Oh yeah. Apparently, the biggest mosquitoes I will see are about the size of a toonie. And that's actual mosquitoes, not horse flies or black flies or anything like that. It's a mosquito.
I guess they're made to puncture polar bears or some weird shit like that. Is that pretty much it for like bugs? I guess you have over there.
Ants, flies, mosquitoes.
I hear mosquitoes
you don't really see.
fucking horrible in like the Arctic.
Yeah, they apparently are. Black flies, we also get black flies. We do. They'll take whole chunks out of you. Yeah, apparently it's not fun when the bugs come out.
You just drive your skidoo really fast. Well, I guess you drive cars and whenever it's melting.
There is one guy that drives a Skidoo all year. He puts wheels on the front of his Skidoo.
I've seen
He
that.
takes the skis off the wheels.
I wonder. Well, that's probably higher maintenance if you're running that all year long. Or is it cheaper in the car?
Yep.
Sure.
Well, I mean, a Skidoo bought up here is anywhere between 10,000 and 20,000, no matter what type of Skidoo you're buying. A car, you still have to ship it up here, so you have to bring it up on a sea lift because you're not flying that. So you can only get cars twice a year, and you're paying for the car, and then to sea lift it here, it's something like $2.25 a pound. So you could be paying a good deal of money to get the car up here.
It'd be fun going to a side by side, but that'll be still.
I have a side by side coming. My
It's
side
just
by
like-
side will be here in June.
Well, rental or he didn't buy one,
No, I bought one.
but they're like 10K, no?
Yep.
So that works. I like going fast indoors in the woods, but what kind of terrain do you have?
There's no woods. There's no trees. We are past the tree line.
Does it dip like if you could do a rally course? Ish.
Yeah, I guess you could.
That's all I care about. Can you do rally?
So when we first moved up here, we bought a 4x4 only because it was all that was up here, and we're like, yeah, let's just buy an ATV. And we ended up selling it after a bit because it wasn't really worthwhile. I can't take the girls anywhere on it. Like, it's not really worthwhile. It's just there, right? So
Yeah.
got rid of it. I have the Skidoo for the winter, and the side by side's coming up, and I can drive the side by side in the winter as well. I didn't get a super powerful one or anything. I kind of wanted a Maverick, but they didn't have any Mavericks left in stock, so I have the weakest of them all. I have the single cylinder. I have a Can-Am Defender coming up, but the Defender can still go up to like 55 kilometers, and that's really all you need to do up here. I would have rathered the Maverick and hit like 75 kilometers, but the Defender is more useful for me because it actually does have like almost a trunk space and stuff, so I can actually carry things.
What's the fastest like speed limit you can go anywhere?
Speed limit in town is 30.
Just better running it.
So that's really good for like autocross then, or a rally cross.
Yeah, I've been trying to talk my wife into letting me buy a fucking Honda Nighthawk or something and bring it up here, but she won't let me. A Honda Shadow, I don't know, some type of motorcycle that looks like a Harley. She won't let me. She's like, you don't have a license. I'm like, I can get a fucking town license. I can get a town license in a second. There's no street lights or anything. It's just, can you drive at 30? That's how you get your town license. I can do it.
There's no one that goes like.
there's a stop sign?
Can you go like super fast, like not in town?
Oh yeah, if you're outside of town, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's any roads outside of town. Probably.
No, there's a road that goes to the dump, and there's a road that goes to the water pump station, and that's about it for going out of town. So you need an off-road vehicle or a 4x4 after you hit the end of those roads. We're going to be hiring 2 more people to come up here at the end of the summer. We need a general merchandise manager and another supervisor. They'll get to live in the dollhouse.
What's a dollhouse?
Oh, the dollhouse is the cottage on the lake, right at the edge of the bay. Our company has 3 houses. They have the house we're in, they have the store manager's house, and then they have the dollhouse. The dollhouse is a 2-bedroom cottage.
So essentially making you be polar bear food because it's on the lake.
Yeah.
Not
No,
on the
no
lake,
polar
but,
bears.
you know.
No polar bears will go near that house because that's where all the dog sled teams are.
Like you said, it's the water stations where they supposedly go to.
The water out by the water station and out by the dump. Those are the two spots you'll find a polar bear.
The dump makes sense. All the food, I guess. Stuff.
And the water station makes sense too because it's right by the bay, right?
Yes, it is. It's 5 kilometers outside of town. So you drive down a winding road for 5 kilometers, and then there's nothing but the water pump station.
Are you near a window? You can sit outside.
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm near. Let me find my phone. Find my phone. I can walk to both sides of the house.
Were you using a laptop?
Yeah. Give me a second. You two talk amongst yourselves.
Up here. Not drinking. Wait, what are you drinking?
Well, I was drinking Deer Park 100% natural spring water.
Nice Deer Pea Industry.
Yeah, it has a little bit more flavor than your budget light beers.
In the States, where you live?
Pennsylvania.
Nice. Beer's cheap. I'm guessing it's cheap.
Compared to Canada, yes. Compared to the rest of the U.S., no.
Oh. How much is like a 12-pack? Light beer? Like $5?
No, that's about like our 6 packs. I'd say it's probably around maybe 10 or more, depending on what it is.
What?
I think, it's above 10.
Yeah.
Usually $10 is about as cheap as.
Conversion is probably close to Quebec beer prices, I'm guessing. Here it's cheap. Here not cheap. Multi-stream. That works.
Yeah, 1 second. I just got to figure out how to turn my camera around.
I think usually it's like in the upper corner, little just weird ass arrows.
Hmm.
You can use that camera, worst case.
Ah!
No.
Sorry, guys.
I was about to say, it's like we saw Mount Rhino.
I don't use StreamYard. It's not like I know this stuff. Okay, I'm backstage.
Oh, I think they probably just added the phone feature StreamYard because I couldn't do that before. That must be new.
Yeah, I just got to figure out how to flip my phone, like my camera around.
Nothing on the top.
Yes. No.
No.
That is,
Probably doesn't work without a cam.
No, it does because I've done it before. I did it last time.
Let's see. I can just let mine.
Yeah, let's see.
I could try, actually.
Okay, you know what? We can just turn the phone around. Here we go. So.
Friggin' looked like a UFO there for a second.
If it was a UFO, Chad would be chasing it, trying to drink it, because he hasn't had UFOs in a long time.
have.
I remember when I went to that bar in like Monaco, PA, and I saw that they had UFO on tap. I took a picture and I sent to Chad. Chad was very, very jealous.
Where are you going?
If that was the UFOs that you were talking about.
No, legit, like there's something in the sky, but I think it's just a light reflection of the light inside the room.
It's so weird seeing like daylight and like me looking outside of my place. It's pitch black.
It's like what? 10? Yeah, that's weird. Is that your truck? No audio though. Oh, I can't hear you.
No audio.
Because I turned it off.
Oh, yeah, it's fart. It's my fart.
So there you go. That was outside.
Nice. I guess you do need like pitch black curtains.
Yep, you do. Well, the sun is out until it goes down at like 2 a.m. right now. It starts coming back up at 3 a.m.
1 hour of sleep. Go back to work.
Oh. But yeah, it's what, it's like 10:15 almost, and yeah, it's the sun's still out basically. You're just starting to have the darkness come, and it'll be hours before it's here.
Oh. What's the longest it gets dark for? Around any time of the
23
year?
hours. 23 hours is the longest daylight and the longest dark. We don't get a 24-hour here. If we were a little further north, we would. There was a video I did on my ATV. I don't think I've posted it yet, though. And I was driving through town, at 1 in the afternoon, and it was dark.
What else is there to do when time's off there? Just movies, riding.
Movies, games, video games, sex.
Having sex with your video games?
Yeah. Yeah. With my video games.
Did you buy any new consoles, or you're still just running with the what you had before?
I have a PS4 up here and a Sega Mini. Everything else, I sold every single thing I owned before I came up here.
What are you playing on the PS4s?
What do I have? 1 second. Let's go get my games.
It's a decent size house. It takes a while.
I got my games. Right now, I am playing Dragon Quest 11. We also have Soul Calibur, which I have to play with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Darksiders Genesis. Dead Rising, because you have to have a zombie killing game.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal, but I haven't played this yet because I have to update my PS4, and I haven't put my PS4 on the internet yet since coming up here. Fallout 4 Game of the Year. Rage 2. Spider-Man.
Did you play Rage 1?
Uncharted 4? No, I've never played Rage 1.
No.
Street Fighter. And my games, really, for the most part, I get rid of them after I beat them. So if I beat them, I don't keep them because I don't really have all that much time to play games. Even though all I have is time, I still have a family and everything, right? So once I beat a game, I get rid of it. I just pick them up. I pick them up because there's nothing else to do. So if they're available, I buy them.
I played too much of Doom Eternal. I finished it. If you stop moving, you're just fucked. Don't stop
So
moving.
don't stop moving.
If they give you an upgrade, like use it right away. It's like crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, Dead Rising's probably the only game I'll keep and just keep playing after I beat it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's always replay value to killing zombies over and over again. And then the 2-player games that I get, I end up keeping because, like I said, I play with the kid every once in a while. But yeah, I need to update before I can play this. What I need to do is I need to get a day where Alicia's home, and I need to get her to stand in the utility room and hit the button on the modem to let me just log in.
Yeah.
And then log in and do my thing.
Oh,
but yeah,
double PS push button.
Yeah, I'm about 110 hours into Dragon Quest 11, so I'm almost done that. And then I don't know what I'm going to play next. Either Spider-Man or Rage 2, I think.
Rage 2 seems a lot different.
Sorry.
I played a lot of Rage 1. Rage 1 was fun.
I also have Borderlands 3 on the way.
Oh. I played a lot of Borderlands 2 and a little bit of the pre-sequel, then I'm like,
Well, I got Borderlands 3 for like $29 because it was on Boxing Day price sale. So I'm like, you know what? For $29, I'll bite the bullet and see if I like it or not.
Yeah, and full price is like it's like $79 full price. It's crazy.
So it was $39 even to get it shipped here. So I'm like, fucking A, I'll do that. I have no problem with that. I don't think we have anyone even watching us anymore. Nobody's talking to us. It's okay. I get it. I'm boring when I'm not drinking. I get it. So I'm going to drink some more Canada Dry.
Mine's worse is I'll have 1 or 2 viewers and it drop off, but then the day after you get like 30. It's like, what the hell? People don't care about live. They just wait till it's done. I don't know. Let's put something else in the background.
So we when we moved up here, we came up with 450 movies. We just bought one of the DVD binders, filled it up with 450 of the movies that we wanted to watch from the thousands we owned, and came up here. But now we're so bored that we're buying movies all the time. Unfortunately, some of them are the movies we did get rid of, but we're buying them again. But I just ordered 2 more 450 DVD binders. So we'll slowly fill those up. But I already have like 25 DVDs to put into the binder, and I did just buy the entire box set of Game of Thrones. So that's coming up. So that'll take up a whole bunch of room in one of those binders. And
how about it's a big suitcase with rails on it. That's a lot more space efficient. The sleeves in the suitcase.
Oh, I also bought a DJI Mavic I can't remember which one I bought. It was the $400 fucking drone, and I'm gonna fly that around up here.
Yeah, you can look at DJI.
It was from Best Buy. It was like $459 or something. Good day, Hunter Anderson from Thunder Bay. I almost went to Thunder Bay because I was going to go to Lakehead University and wrestle for Ray Takahashi was Ray Takahashi Thunder Bay, or was he London? I think he was London. Because Western asked me to wrestle too. And then I went to Brock.
Oh, that's the same drone. Well, Cousin Bad, that they're, I think, older version, but that.
If I remember
Yeah.
right, Thunder Bay is the only city that's on Lake Superior, right? Or is that Lake Huron?
It's
Best Buey.
fairly far north. It's actually almost level with Winnipeg.
Superior, yep.
Like-
Superior. It's on Lake Superior.
Onyx Black, holy shit, it's like $839. That's probably the 4K version. Yeah, 4K.
You went to Western, yeah. See, I was going to go to Western, and then I went and I visited Western, and I liked the wrestling coach, but it just gave me too much of a snooty vibe, and I knew I wasn't rich enough to be involved in a snooty vibe place, so I went to Brock, and then I met the woman that destroyed 14 years of my life. I did get 3 kids out of that, but that means that for the next 20 years I'm still paying her, so... And then the woman that I actually fell in love with in high school came into my life, and we're both like, "Why didn't you say something to me?" Because she goes, "I fell in love with you in high school." I go, "Well, I fell in love with you in high school. Why didn't you say anything to me?" "Oh, because you weren't going to want me." Fuck you. You didn't know that. Just fucking say something. Well, you were the captain of the wrestling team, the captain of the football team, the this, the that. I was nobody. Yeah, I was a fucking blind fat guy.
Rhino is easy.
Definitely stuck up at Western. Yeah, that's the vibe I got, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
How long you been there for so far?
Here,
Yeah.
we moved up here November 5th. No, November 6th. November 5th, we were in Montreal. November 6th, we ended up here. Our stuff arrived here November 14th, but our boss at the time didn't tell us our stuff was here at the airport waiting for us until November 29th. That was fun.
You have a limit how much stuff you can bring there?
No, you could send as much stuff as you wanted up here. What they did was they gave you, if it was a single person, you had $500 to ship your belongings to Winnipeg, and then they'd ship them up for free to wherever you were going. For a family, you had $1,000, which didn't sound like a lot. We shipped 23 crates, and it only cost like $550. We were actually kind of amazed. We were like, "Fuck, we should have sent more shit." And you get reimbursed up to that money, right? So we had up to $1,000 that we could spend to ship stuff up here, and we were going to get reimbursed it. But then when you're at your training center in Winnipeg, while you were there, you could get as much extra as you wanted and put it on your skid. So we started with 23 totes, and I think in the end we sent up 28 totes because we added 5 more to the skid. Just random things, right? Like things were like, well, this stuff's going to be expensive up there. We should buy it down here. Like I sent up like 25 fucking sticks of deodorant because I could buy deodorant for fucking on Amazon. You can buy Speed Stick for like $2.99 for a 3-pack or a 2-pack, and they're the big ones. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that because if I get up there, it's going to be like $5.99 for one small one, and so send up a shit ton of it. Toothpaste, fucking toothbrushes, Tylenol, all the stuff that is going to be expensive and hard to get up here. We filled an entire crate with just that. Then we bought diapers and everything else, and people that were coming up with dogs went and bought like 2 skids worth of dog food.
So it's not worth it. Well, if If you don't have anything there, you just fuck it. I'll just order everything like couch, blah blah blah. That'd be too expensive, I guess.
Well, your house is furnished, so
Oh, okay.
in this house of the furniture, we basically own none of the furniture, other than the stupid little shelves that we got for like $5 each because they were almost being thrown out. And of the 3 TVs, we own 2 of the TVs. So if we get shipped somewhere else, we'll probably just sell the TVs, buy new TVs when we get to the next town because their TVs aren't actually that much more expensive than down south. So these are 49-inch TVs, and they are about $85 more expensive than they would be in the south for a 49-inch. So you're not looking at a bad price.
You couldn't order a TV at Best Buy? Would that be too much?
You could order it through Best Buy, yeah. What's this? Thunder Bay has a good craft brewery, Dawson Trail, that isn't at the LCBO or beer store. You ever try beer from Sleeping Giant? Not my favorite, but you can get them around Ontario. Yes, I've had some Sleeping Giant beers. Never had Dawson Trail. Now that I live in the Arctic, I'll never have Dawson Trail unless they can stuff and I find somebody to send me some. But yeah, I've had some Sleeping Giant stuff. I like a lot of it. I didn't like some of it. Sleeping Giant also delivers. You can do at least before COVID, you could do the online ordering and they would deliver to your house in Ontario. Sadly, again, now that I live in the Arctic, I don't have that ability. Taz, remember Taz, Yi, the guy that used to work at Barnstormer and then was working at Flying Monkeys and would come to my festival every year, even if Flying Monkeys wasn't at our festival.
Was he at Barn or was he at Flying Monkeys and went there? Or is that the crazy old guy?
He's a crazy older guy, but not. But anyway, he just opened up his own brewery in the Barrie area, and it's Quails Brewing, and I'm really intrigued on his stuff because some of it sounds really good. But again, they don't do the across Ontario delivery. You have to go pick up from them, and I have nobody near there, and neither do you, so neither of us will ever get to try it right now. But his stuff looks pretty good.
That guy just disappeared, that beer tuber guy. He's growing a beard or whatnot. I haven't heard him in years. That guy. Too bad. He lived right in Barrie. Like shit.
Oh, winter is coming.
Yeah. He's in Barrie.
Yeah.
Does he still have a channel, that guy? I don't know what's happening now.
I'm not sure. Brad bought me a bunch of stuff from Cambridge. I paid him. He goes, hey, you want any of the breweries in Cambridge? I can go get you some stuff. I go, yes, I would love breweries in Cambridge. Anything canned, get it. Buy these boxes from Canada Post and ship it all up to me from that. He goes, okay. So he did it. I think it cost me $70 for 2 boxes, which I'm good with.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to head out.
Okay, mister, I got to talk to you.
Adios. Nice meeting you.
Wait, what?
Night,
Cheers.
Nothing. You talk to the champ, man. You're better than me. Enjoy your night.
Okay.
He was on a live stream with a wrestling champ.
Oh yeah, I was a while ago. But no, right now I need to get on to homework. I have something due in a half hour.
Copy paste time.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
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 I wonder if there is there any other breweries in the Thunder Bay area? I don't know. Anything new in Ottawa? Ottawa was like the king of breweries for a while. Dominion City was really good. Pardon?
No, I was gonna say for North Bay, you can ask Carrie, but you gave me one I should check out. I'm not sure if it's North Bay, but I want to order a beer because they have Russian Imperial Stout stuff. Let's see here, beer. Trestle Brewing. Where are they from?
Oh, Trestle, yeah, Trestle. I wasn't a fan of the beers I had from Trestle, but I had them right as soon as Trestle opened up before I came up here.
Looks like a good selection, but yeah. I try to avoid new breweries. I was like, I don't know. Yeah. Info, where are they though? All right, Google Maps.
Oh.
Perry Sound, Ontario.
Moving back to Thunder Bay for cheap living and nature. Yeah, that's my goal is to end up in New Brunswick for cheaper housing and just a slower pace of life because I like that better than the cities.
As soon as
Other
you
than a
cross,
few,
as soon as you cross
sorry.
As soon as you cross the border like Quebec and Brunswick is like everybody's like relaxed. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's. I was looking online, and a lot of the houses we were looking at when we first were going to move there are still for sale, and that kind of makes me giggle that they're still on the market. Yeah, because I've been looking for over a year to go to New Brunswick, and the houses I've been looking at are still there.
The only new brewery in Orleans is Stray Dog, and somebody moved there. It's not Dominion City. It's They used to be in Hunt Club, but they moved there. Broadway moved to Orleans.
Hmm.
Here, the only place nearby I can pick up easily without doing the pre-order online thing is it's in Brûlé. That's they have the food and beer thing going on there. You just go in there and pick it up.
Nice.
But they did a collab with Mill Street as a coffee beer. I like on tap was like a 10 out of 10. It's like you guys gotta make it again. So I posted my review that I did a while back. And they really liked it. It's just like everybody's like, "Can you make more? Can you make more? You better make more." Fuck. He's like a French Canadian the owner brewer, but they make really good food. It's like open space concept pub eatery. Beer is okay,
Bicycle
but
brewing.
oh yeah, Radar goes there all the time to pick up his beer. He
Yeah,
loves the
that owner.
Velocipede IPA.
Yeah, the owner there was awesome.
He's like a true entrepreneur. That's not too far. I could go there, have some beer there.
I still wasn't a. I don't know. A Broken Stick still open?
They moved to Hammond Golf Course, so they brew at the golf course now. So their beers are getting better too. Cousin Pascal lives really near the owners. It's like, oh, you live there. So next time I'll just call me. I'll bring you beer. But yeah, so it's Hammond. I think it's Hammond River Golf. So they're doing the Broken Stick golf theme. But the place inside looks really good.
Cool.
Brewery. It's the first time I see that, like a craft brewery inside a golf course place.
What other ones did we do that day when my ex-wife hated all of us? Beyond
Yeah.
the Pale. We did Beyond the Pale.
They moved the big fucking. I haven't been to the new place, but it's fucking huge. I'm in Ontario. Broken Stick Company. Hey, my picture is still the main picture. Nice.
What was the one that Dale went to work at for a bit?
It's like, well, not well. It's Waller Street.
Yes, that was it.
They got their sign installing like the first year. Well, there's that, and then I went to another. That was like a new mixologist place, Bar Lucy, and their sign got stolen within the first week, I think. Just Ottawa. There's a sign thief in Ottawa.
I don't live there anymore, so it's not me.
Oh, you just ships it out to you. It's like, oh.
Plus, I never stole signs like that.
Oh.
You know, the one that I did steal.
Yeah. Table.
Yes. That one.
Stray Dog is a
and
new one in New Orleans, but their beers are okay. I mean, they're expensive, I think.
there was there's that Small Pony Works in Ottawa as well, but their beers are all like $20 a beer.
So cousin Pascal's wife, I think it's her uncle. He owns that place, and like me, Pascal, we don't like sour beers because it's just like heartburn right away. And they asked him, "You have so
Yeah.
many barrels. Are you going to do any normal beers?" Is like, no, women love these kind of sour beers. We're making so much money off women. It's like that's it. He just straight up said that. So he's making sour beers for the ladies, and he gets his beers from Germany, so that's why they're so expensive. And two of their beers we tried, they just exploded, pretty much.
You can get barrels from DRM Recoup in St. Catharines for like nothing.
Oh, my dad's looking for a barrel, make a sink out of it.
Yeah, the guy in DRM Recoup, the barrels are actually extremely well priced for what you're getting. I mean, yeah, Dimitri's a good guy.
Would I just look up VRM barrels, St. Catherine? Would that come up?
DRM Recoup, because they are a recouperage.
With two O's? DRM Recoup.
Yes, Hunter. Yeah, there is craft breweries in London. There's a bunch of them actually. There is Anderson Craft Ales, and Anderson, the guy that owns that one and is the brewmaster. He used to be the brewmaster for Brasserie de Petit. Oh fuck! What the fuck? Whatever. It's in New Brunswick.
Brasso or something.
Yeah, de Petit something or other. Whatever. It's in New Brunswick. But he runs that one. Then there is the London Craft Brewery. There is Stormstade. There's a bunch of them. Now I got to look some of them up because I can't even remember them all. Forked River is in London as well.
Send my dad the link to the thing to buy if he wants to make a barrel sink again. That would look sick though.
Hello, my love.
Yo.
It's just me and Guy now. Yeah. Toboggan is in London. Me and Alicia actually stopped by Anderson when we went to the Hot Sauce Expo, and we stopped by Stormstade. Stormstade had a really nice tap room. Dundas and Sons Brewing Company.
I remember
London Brewing
Dundas.
Cooperative.
Dundas.
It says Powerhouse Brewing, but I've never even heard of that one, so that must be a new one.
We stopped at a few because my dad did Toronto. We stopped at a few places, but they're too crazy.
And yeah, the Forked River. Railway City in St. Thomas.
It was out of way. I wish we could stop to a church key because I love their holy smoke. Any pictures?
Oh, Cameron's. Cameron's was always a good place too.
It's like
Cameron's was always a funny place when you thought about it too, because Cameron's owner was never really a beer guy. He was a numbers guy, and he was a numbers guy for a big beer company before he bought Cameron's. But he was so nice, and he was always so excited about everything. But yeah, he was an intriguing guy, and I would actually have to make it like when we would go to visit him, because he would always talk for so long, and it was always so much fun talking to him. I'd have to make an alarm to tell me I have to get the fuck out of here because he won't stop talking. Another guy that was always really cool in the beer industry was Ken Woods at Black Oak, and he was always fun to go talk to too. But the longer things went, the more sour he kind of seemed to get. I mean, he was still a very nice guy, but the 10 bitter years, which was made like 10 years ago, he's getting more bitter. He should have like 20 very bitter years or something now.
I'm sure I told you. I went to Toronto and yeah, fucking steam whistled, unfiltered. That's fucking amazing. I loved it.
Oh, Steam Whistle Plus.
Yes.
Steam Whistle Plus is a very nice beer.
Well, imagine any beer you don't like that's unfiltered. It's like, how good is it? Any beer that's filtered, unfiltered, how good is it? It's just like, because even the Flying Monkeys, Sparkle the Puff, they filtered it. Now it's like, ew. I miss those chunks.
Well, see, and that was the thing, right? How many people were just freaking out and complaining about the chunks in Sparkle Puff? So I could see them doing that, going, okay, we'll filter it. But you're right, that's probably where almost all the flavor came from. So you do that, and now it's what the fuck.
They just fuck it up. Even though it's macro, I freaking love the Amsterdam Brewery. Food. Dark Tempest. I think it's there if you last in between certain months as a dishwasher for 3 months. They give you $5,000, and so far nobody lasted that long.
Where's that?
As Amsterdam Brewery.
Fuck, I'll go be a dishwasher for fuck.
Nobody's able to keep up, apparently. That fun was that guy. It was like their bartender was from Ireland too. It was hilarious. I was like saying like, tell me how bad are the bad words? What's gobshite? It's all that's nothing. It's like, oh, what Kunst? Oh, Kunst is really good when you say it really well. Kunst.
You've been drinking a lot of cool lager. Ew. Oh, drink whatever you like. If you like that, that's great. You'll have a lot more of it because even if I was in Ontario, I wouldn't be buying it. The sad thing about Cool is I really enjoy the beers that contract brew there a lot more than Cool's beers. Oh,
It makes a big difference. Like if you haven't had beers in a while, if you're drinking like Bat Blue, don't drink anything else. As soon as you drink anything good craft, it automatically switches to shit right after. You have to stay with the piss. You'll be happy with the piss. Don't mix your pisses. That's my advice. Don't mix your piss.
Oh, the clouds are coming in.
The files.
The clouds.
Clouds. Went
Yeah,
to North Thornbury. I'm not sure how old they are. North Thornbury Brewery. Then Napanee Brewing Company, they were new. No, Thornbury. I don't know why some beers from some breweries they taste like tin. I wonder what the hell it gives that tin taste.
Thornbury is the old King Brewing Company.
I mean North Thornbury, not Thornbury. North Thornbury.
Okay, I don't know that one. I know when we went on our mini honeymoon to Collingwood, which was just let's just get away from the kids for a little bit. We went to all the breweries in the Collingwood area as well, and I mean the Thornbury one was kind of nice. We went there as we were going to do that giant suspension bridge, and Alicia and I both don't like heights, so that suspension bridge was pretty funny.
Oh, found it. They're in Coburg, Ontario.
Oh, Coburg.
Nice.
There
Nice little
is
station.
a brewery in Pakenham. So in my old stomping ground. Never had anything from them, but there's also one in. There's a couple in the Arnprior area, and it's kind of weird to me that they're even there. And other small little areas outside of the
Uh-oh.
outside of the cité.
There you go, it's back. Internet was freaking out.
What?
Internet. I got shitty internet. Sometimes it'll cut out, but no, it's too bad. No, it's not, doing pretty good. But Calabogie is really good in that area. Calabogie Brewing.
I like that you're talking about shitty internet.
They both have shitty internet. It's actually working. Yeah, so you can't stream movies at all, right?
You know, people do. I just don't understand how you have the time to wait for it to buffer for that long. I mean, a 10-minute YouTube video can sometimes take a little bit of time before it starts playing.
Curious how much.
Like they're supposed to be laying actual fiber optic this year, so hopefully soon we'll have actual good internet.
How many gigabytes are limited a month, or do you have like a? You don't have unlimited, right?
We pay $150 a month for our internet because it's the only thing we really have to pay for, and you're only supposed to get like 25 gigabytes.
25. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I wonder how the good packages are. That's crazy. Driving around stealing Wi-Fi. Where else did I go? No, it's been boring. I've mostly been going to Castle. Well, Castle Brewery, it's they have a new brew pub. It's like 1844 Bistro.
Yep.
They brew there. That's huge. And SNBL is the only place I go to pick up. So that's boring, but that's what I do.
You know what brewery is actually really nice because the beers are cheap and they have a whole big selection? Perth Brewing.
Perth, their beers were just okay, but Calabogie, I would go there pick up. Oh, unless they deliver, that'd be fucking sweet. Perth is like hit or miss, but if you go to Perth, you go for Top Shelf Brewery, the distillery. Sorry, that's an amazing place.
Never had anything from them, but I don't really do hard liquor anymore.
Well, that's where Tom Green goes. He does a lot of collabs there. He does the whole maple bacon moonshine stuff there.
Nice. Oh, there's another brewery near Perth, Weatherhead Brewing.
Where's that?
It is in Perth itself.
Never heard of them. That's gonna be new. Oh, beer delivery. Hello.
There's so many like new breweries, and yeah, I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad up here.
Milk stout. Oh, they have a lot of different choices. That's pretty good. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Fuck. I gotta close that window soon because looking at the window and seeing the sun is just getting annoying.
I like that name. Bleep bloop. NEIPA. Bleep bloop. About $3 a can. That's average.
What's average?
The prices is like $3.35, $3.
That's average.
For
$6.50 is
microbrewers?
average up here.
Oh, well, yeah, up there.
$6.50 for Bud.
Their Pilsner is $2.90.
$10.
A $2.90 beer.
That's actually pretty good.
That's gotta be for the locals. It's like, oh, just want a Pilsner.
Give me a Pilsner.
Oh, they have a brewery tap room in Canada now? Canada? But you can't go to tap rooms anymore. Maybe after experimental, get those fucking good. Watermelon beer. Not too crazy about the watermelon beer.
You're crazy about a watermelon beer. Don't lie.
I was really happy when Kensington they sent me a free one. I didn't like that one. You don't hear much from those guys. I think they just stopped selling the LCBO, or are they still open?
I I don't even know if they're still open. They were supposed to be opening this big old brewery in Toronto, but I'd never heard anything about them. I don't know if they're open or if they folded or what happened with them. Yeah, around our Empire, there's Cartwright Springs Brewing in Packingham, and there is Crooked Mile Brewing in Almont.
No, their site is up and everything.
Oh, and Ridge Rock Brewing in Carp.
What the fuck? They changed their
Oh
logo.
man, the guy,
It was good before. Now it's
the
just
guy
a
from Evergreen.
milk crate.
You didn't
What?
tell me the guy from Evergreen Brewing, Evergreen Craft Ales. That guy went huge. He was the guy that opened up the brewery in his garage, and the fucking place is gigantic now. Like,
Evergreen.
there's the picture. There's the picture of the place now. Oh, wait, boom. That doesn't look like his fucking house, his garage.
That's a nice garage. No, you should see Kensington Brewery's new logo. It's just those milk crates made of plastic. That's all it is. Like,
Really?
why? Why did they do that? They probably got a copyright infringement. It's like, fuck it, we'll just put a milk crate on there. Not sure if I want to buy a beer from them though.
Stalwart Brewing in Carlton Place. Um, Braumeister Brewing Company in Carlton Place. Fuck, the Ottawa Valley is exploding with places. Ashton Brewing Company in Ashton.
Well, ABC, they've been there for a while. Eh? Ashton.
Yeah, yeah. Remember, Jeff brought us 2 growlers from them. I think the first beer festival. Whitewater Brewing in Cobden. Calabogie Brewing in Calabogie. Conspiracy Theory Brewing in Nepean.
Where is that?
Oh, Whippersnipper is still alive. Pardon?
Yeah, well, is it you? Somebody told me don't use the plastic bags anymore.
No? At Whippersnapper?
Yep. No more plastic bags for whippersnapper.
Covered Bridge in Stittsville.
There I've been a few times. No, Covered Bridge you went to, right? Okay, I have a video
Yes,
of
we
that
did.
place.
Yep. Overflow Brewing Company in Ottawa. I didn't realize just how much shit has opened up. Tooth and Nail Brewing Company in Ottawa.
They make really good beer.
Nita Beer. Nita's still around. That's good. I liked Nita. You need a beer. Flora Hall Brewing in Ottawa.
Oh, they didn't have that many beers. Flora Hall is just more of a fancy restaurant than anything else.
Yeah, okay. Square Timber Brewing Company in Pembroke. Dominion City. Orleans Brewing Company in Orleans.
Their
Stray
culture
dog in
is
Orleans.
really gross.
Is it really gross? Is it like the super sweet stuff?
No, it's just a shitty version of a logo tread.
Brasserie Tuc de Brau.
Oh, I go. Sometimes I go over there. He's the one that let me runs around, and I'll take pictures with all his equipment and stuff. Tic de Brew.
Westport Brewing. Westport Brewing in Westport, Ontario.
Tic de Brew, they have shorter opening hours, like good beer. But ever try Lake of the Woods Lakeside Kolsch? Got drunk on it, and New Year's was really good. No, I never tried.
Yes, actually, that is a good beer. I agree with you.
What I think should be my summer cottage beer. I'm open to anything.
Old Vienna.
Yeah. If you like macro, can't go wrong with Old Vienna.
Yeah, I'm kind of I try to stay in the know with beer, but I can't get anything up here, so I don't know what a good summer beer would be because I don't know what's really available. Uh, Bo's Luggo Tread. Yes, I know it's Lug Tread. It's an inside joke about something else.
Quality just go downhill. They came up with a net beer recently that's really good. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I might have a close up in my video queue. It's pale ale. Why is my computer being stupid? All right, here we go.
Farmgate Cider in Arnprior. Intriguing.
Oh, so Bo's Countdown Pale Ale. I was surprised that's actually good.
Your summer beer is usually Bush. Okay, then yeah, do an Old Vienna. An Old Vienna is nice and refreshing and cheap. Go PBR just to have something different. Has anyone tried the new Coors Slice, the lime one? Because I actually liked Coors Slice Orange. I'm intrigued by Coors Slice Lime. When we can order from the south again, I'm going to find out if they carry it or not, and if they do, I will attempt to try it. If it's still around, which I doubt it is, but Molson Fireside Lager was pretty good.
It's a good thing we can't get Mike's Harder lemonade because the one that I tried with you, that's like instant diabetes happiness. What's the other one? The 25-cent beer.
Well, this is done good to get my mind off my murdered puppy.
That's fine. Now I'm trying to remember what that's 25-cent beer is now. Big flats.
25 cents. Yes, the Big Flats was the super cheap beer that was it was supposed to be $1.50 for a 6-pack, but it was like $3 for a 6-pack when he ended up buying it for us. But that was still a pretty fucking good 6-pack for that much money.
I buy that all the time.
Yeah, so would I. I had absolutely no problem handing him that money. Oh, it went up to $3. Well, here you go, Joe. Here you go.
Hello, Brian. Says, hey guys.
Good day, Brian. How are you, sir?
Ever tried Big Flats? $3 6-pack.
No, I wouldn't go with he's had.
I tried to go cheap. I'll be definitely on the list. Was even drinking that because cheap, more taste than Bud Light, which everyone drinks. Moosehead Light's pretty good too.
Moosehead Light normally isn't a cheap beer, though.
No.
You know, if you want crack canoe, you can just do Canada Dry soda water.
I actually had Alpine in New Brunswick with Don. Alpine's pretty good. It's Moosehead. It's good.
Isn't a real person. Don is not a real person.
He was smashed. He's talking wizardry talk. He's like, we're gonna go see Brewing. What?
I said to him, I'm like, until you actually show up for something one year that you say you're going to show up for, I don't believe you're a real person. He's like, well, I've been on video with Guy. I go, Guy's a wizard. That doesn't mean you exist.
It's just wizards meaning in wizards realm, but it doesn't say it exists on Earth realm. Just chilling here. Almost forgot you were coming on. Who's coming on to Chad?
You're coming on to Chad.
Because I would drink freaking Diet Ginger all the time, so like, I gotta cut that shit out. So we got the machine that puts carbonated bubbles in water. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, I had one of those before we moved up here, but it's a dangerous good to get the tanks up here, so we got rid of it. I gave it away, and the person's like, "What? You don't want it anymore?" I go, "No, I'm going somewhere where I can't use it." So here it is. You can have my 5 empty tanks too, because I forgot to change any of them in.
Oh yeah, they actually give money for that.
Yeah. How is everything, Brian? When do you guys go back to work? Have you heard? So I buy the Canada Dry Club soda mostly because it's a $10 12-pack up here, and that's a great price for pop. I mean, most of our pop is between $25 and $40 for a 12-pack. So you know what? I'm good with this.
You can just add shit to it.
Yeah, exactly. No word yet. Okay. I just saw that they were making their plans, so I didn't know if they had given you guys any indication.
Oh, we tried the MRE puts in pack. Fuck, that was ever amazing. Army puts in.
Was it?
Oh my god, we're freaking out. And it'll take a lot of editing because they were in shorts who came out of jacuzzi, so they're constantly playing with their penis. So I'll have to put like stuff forward, hide it in the video. But it'll take a lot of editing.
You were in a jacuzzi playing with your penis.
No, we're in jacuzzi, and after everybody's in boxers, right? They were sitting on high chairs that were high up, so you can just see the outline of their wangs, or we're just reviewing the thing. So I'm gonna have to censor it. The editing is gonna be fun.
I don't. Yeah. No. No. What do we got going on here, Hunter? Believe it or not, my last course of university is an online history of beer class as an elective. Way more reading than I thought, and not as fun, but kind of interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, the beer history is really interesting. And I mean, if you're looking at Ontario beer history, it's a lot of reading too. But Jordan St. John and Robin LeBlanc do a very good thing too with the history of beer and the Ontario craft beer guides and all that sort of stuff. Um, there is a lot of good beer historians that write a lot of things that are nice. They're nice. They're interesting. But you're right. It's a lot more reading than you expect, and it's a lot drier than you'd expect when you're thinking about it being beer, right? Like, yeah. What the fuck is?
I remember that beer from 1983 you drank.
Oh,
Bad.
the triple block,
Yeah.
the one that Nick brought up. Did you do any of the really old beers with me that we took off the wall at my place, like the Labatt 50 from 1950?
I think the only one I tried was the one Nick brought. I don't remember trying out the other ones. Maybe just one more, but that's all I remember.
Yeah, those things full on look like lava lamps, and when opening them scared me, and even taking the sip scared me.
I just remember the one Matt. Well, I don't know how old was that. The one Matt brought, it's like the actual fucking cork, what disintegrating when he opened it. It's like a blue bottle.
Yeah, that was another one of the triple box. That was Sam Adams triple box.
Was that really good? Or was that like soy sauce?
It was soy sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was soy sauce, full on soy sauce.
It's like you aged
And the
it.
one Nick brought was the Labatt Bock.
Yeah, I remember it being green or something.
Oh, what do we got here from Hunter? Yeah. I would suspect that would have a lot to get through then. Oh, my fucking shoulder. I don't want to do any cargo tomorrow. Maybe I'll show up late. Show up with just enough time to get the stuff ready for my store and then disappear. I hear there was a jet today.
A jet?
Yeah, when the jets come in, we get a lot of skids of cargo, and I don't want to unload any cargo.
Oh. So you're stuck at doing all the unloading for deliveries and stuff?
Well, I'm because of the COVID-19 thing. My store doesn't have its normal hours yet, so I have very limited hours. So to make my managerial time, I do work at the main store until I have to go to the store. So I'll go in early in the morning, I'll do my paperwork, and then I'll start collecting the things I need for my store. And then I have like 3 or 4 hours where I help out doing whatever they need, and then I go to my store. But yeah. I gotta go in early tomorrow and try and fix my ATM. It's not working properly. I gotta take it apart because the dispenser keeps fucking up. It's a brand new ATM too. It was sent up in November, and it's bullshit.
Is it like any counting machine you gotta call their support or just clean it and then it starts working all of a
I'm
sudden?
gonna. Sometimes that's all you have to do. I haven't actually cleaned the rollers yet, so I'm gonna clean the rollers. I keep purging it, and it keeps saying it's fine, and then I turn it on, and somebody goes to use it, and they don't get any money out of it. So I'm gonna clean all the rollers and hope that that's good. I'm hoping I don't have to change the dispenser because I really don't want to change the dispenser. I still have to go in and paint my back door. It's just every time I have a day off and I can go and paint my back door, the weather's horrible. Like I even said to the big boss, I'm like I'm the boss of the little store and I answer to the big boss. And I'm like, I'm gonna go in at like 6 a.m. and paint my door so it's dry by night. And she goes, what if I refuse you coming in at 6 a.m.? I go, I'm just gonna do it anyway, right? And then she's like, no, you're not coming in at 6 a.m. So I stayed in bed, I slept, I woke up. It was a beautiful day. It was like 10 degrees. It was the best day to paint my door. She goes, well, you're off tomorrow. Why don't you go paint your door and I'll pay you in cash? Tomorrow comes around, it's fucking pouring in like -2. Yeah, of course.
Is it bare
I couldn't
metal
have it.
door? Or what's their door
Um,
made of?
yeah, it's a steel door. Yeah, they just didn't paint it properly for the climate they sent it to,
Yeah.
so everything cracked off of it, and it was just disgusting. So I spent like
Oh.
4 hours outside just scraping the rest of the paint off of it, so it's completely bare right now. I'm cleaning it, and I have paint and primer, so I have to
Night
prime it one day.
It's a
Sorry.
night hunter. Hunter's going. It's a bye bye.
Oh,
Bye bye,
good night,
Hunter.
Hunter. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy your evening. Yeah, so I have to prime it and then the next day go and paint it. But so it needs to be a 2-day thing, but I haven't had 2 days in a row that have been nice.
Almost have to build like a 2x4 with tarp cover around it or something.
Yeah. Except that's the door I have to use to get all my cargo in the fucking store.
Yeah.
And I gotta call the town tomorrow and get a water delivery because I'm almost out of water at the store. My light is on. My light that says you need water is on.
So you just call the wire place and they'll bring it to you. How long does it take for it to deliver?
It matters how busy they are. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's a couple days. But usually they're pretty good, especially because I give them coffee and everything. They deliver water. They get to come in and get a free coffee.
This.
Yeah. Keeps them
Well,
coming back. Just, I don't think they've realized that we're open, like, because we've only been open for like a week and a half. So I don't think they were even thinking about the fact that we're open again because we've been closed for so long.
Oh yeah.
So they haven't come to fill the water tank. So I got to call them and be like, yeah, I need water, guys. Drop some water off at me.
I quit caffeine and I had all this like seven symptoms of withdrawal, like migraines and like irritated. It's hilarious. It wasn't funny, but yeah, that's when I'm on the decaf. It's like holy shit, that stuff had an impact on me. Caffeine
Yeah,
fucked me up.
it is. It's a drug. It's a full on drug, and nobody realizes it.
Oh, until he stopped and
Sugar
the
is
migraines, like holy shit. Sugar, I don't mind stopping. If I have good steak and meat, no problem. But meat's not cheap either. Like if I had constant meat, I'll be happy.
well, you should take a job up here in Pavernatuk. Come join me. Live in the dollhouse. Eat meat all the time.
Meat, free meat.
Well, you get your food allowance, so it's technically sort of free.
That'd be funny. That'd be fun. Quit everything. Where are you going? Going up north.
I'm gonna go live in Pavernatuk.
I think that's closer here, right? It's like 4 hours up or something. Or I wonder how many hours. That was
Uh,
probably last time we checked.
no, well, you can't drive here, but
No, I mean like
you
if
would
you
go
use airplane.
to Montreal and you would take either the jet or the Twin Otter. If you took the jet, you'd be here in about 2.5 hours. You have a you have a 30-minute layover in La Grande, and then you would get here. And if you take the Twin Otter, it's like 5.5 hours because the Twin Otter is a propeller plane and goes a lot slower and stops at every
Uh,
single community.
how much does he like one person visit kind of thing? Ticket.
Oh, if you were going to come visit, you're looking at a lot.
Isn't just like a
Um,
person without anything, just like the luggage.
you're still looking at probably over 1,000.
Hmm.
But you're like the company pays for your flights here, right? So they fly you up here and they fly you out once a year,
Yeah.
twice a year after you've worked for the company for a year. So this year we get one flight out. Next year we'll get two flights out, and they fly you, and you get expenses as you're flying too. Like if you use a hotel, they pay for your hotel. Like you pay up front, but then you get reimbursed. Food, you get $100 a day. For food, but your food when you're traveling will be the day you leave and the day you
Hmm.
come back. The food in between that is up to you to pay for, but the day you leave and the day you come back, you get your food paid for.
Yeah. It's too bad he can't do reverse, like have guests over, like pay for me. Company.
Well, I almost asked them about that because they weren't sure if they were going to fly us out this year because of COVID. They still don't know if we're going to get to fly out this year because of COVID. But if they really wanted to, because they were trying to talk us into doing a staycation, I was going to go, how about you fly my kids up here? Because flying the 3 kids up here plus my mother-in-law is
Hmm.
less money than flying me, my wife, and our 2 kids down south. So
Yeah.
you'll save money doing it that way. And I was going to try and play that game.
I'll try and do it still. Like, that's gonna suck though. Hopefully, it won't last till October. I'll have to do a COVID road trip somewhere. I don't want to waste my vacation when it comes around. Visit all the small breweries that let people do pickup and just get smashed in hotels. I guess.
Well, right now, our vacation is the last week of July and the first week of August. We were supposed to be on vacation all the way till like end of August because we started with 3.5 weeks. but we decided to save a week and either sell it back to the company or use it for like 3-day weekends type of thing, right? So we saved a week each, and yeah, and you get a free travel day each way too, so that's not part of your vacation. So the day we leave isn't part of my vacation, and the day we come back isn't part of our vacation. So that's nice.
Should do something. Kidnap Don and Nick and Sealy. Well, Don just never met everyone except for Nick. Wow. Exactly.
Sun's still out.
Well, yeah, that's like until 2 in the morning.
Yep.
That sucks. You can't get drunk and go pissing outside. Everybody's gonna see you.
Yep, they would.
You're like,
Oh.
fuck off. It's nighttime.
I just want to pee. Oh. You can pee outside in the afternoon, though, in the winter.
There's a what?
You could pee outside in the afternoon during the winter.
Oh, that works.
But it might be so cold out that your penis falls off. So, I mean, there is a drawback.
Oh, you have to make a glory hole.
It's actually fairly mild here compared to a lot of the Arctic communities, and that's really nice too. I mean, there was a few days that were disgusting, but for the most part, it was very bearable. Oh, we got some comments. What do we got going on here?
I didn't see anything pop up. Oh. Will they fly you anywhere?
No, your flight is to the closest major airport, and then it's up to you after that. So here they will fly you either to Montreal or they'll fly you to Ottawa. If you're over on the other side, you basically get flown to Edmonton. But yeah, so our choices are Ottawa or Montreal. If we choose Ottawa, though, it's you're flying to Montreal, then you're flying to Ottawa. So for the most part, we're just going to fly to Montreal and rent a car because I don't want to get off the plane and then get on the plane again for like 20 minutes. Like, fuck that shit.
Oh, no one.
The Drunk Canuck beer review. Hey, Chad, hope all is well. Been a while. What company are you working for up there? How has it been? It's been pretty good. I'm working for the oldest company in the country, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that.
I don't know why I was gonna say Upper Canada Village.
Upper Canada Village. It's a good company, and actually, yeah, it has a lot of great benefits. You get to experience things that you're not going to experience. You have to come up knowing that it is a different culture and it's a different way of life, and it's a different thought process, and it's not like in the South. And you as a worker have to be in a different mindset too, because yeah, I'm a manager. Guess what? I do a lot of the grunt labor too. I do a lot of the things that in the South the manager wouldn't do, even all the way down to stocking shelves and all that. But you know what? That's what it is up here. The manager basically does do everything, and it is what it is. It's the way it is, and it's perfectly fine. I enjoy my job. I really do. I enjoy the majority of the people up here. I enjoy the community. There are things that Guy knows about because we talked about it last night in private messages that we're not going to bring up here. So there is the bad in the communities, but it's the same type of stuff that happens everywhere. Just up here, this communities are smaller and they seem like it's more than it is because they are smaller communities.
Every town has a Vanier part of it.
Oh, Vanier. We had a wrestling team party at my coach Raymond's house, and he lived in Vanier, and there was 35 wrestlers in the house as well as like 4 coaches, and somebody broke into his house while we were all there. And he was
It's
like, really? There's like 12 cars outside. How the fuck did you not know somebody was here?
It's like, fucking, I'm doing the entire neighborhood tonight. Yes, they are hiring soon. He's
Yes,
asking if they're
yes, they
hiring.
are hiring. My exact location is hiring, but my company is hiring all the time. And yeah, if contact me on Facebook and give me some contact me on Facebook, give me some contact info, and we can talk about things. I can tell you some of the things, and I can pass you on to where you have to go for that. But yeah, they're always hiring. There is 145 stores in the north of Canada from this company. Um, they own stores all over. They have 400 stores in total, but there's 145 stores that service the north. For the most part, you have to be accepting that you're going to be in a isolated community. The isolation does vary from community to community. Some places you can still drive to. Places like where we are is a fly-in community. Some communities are dry, so there's no alcohol, and they're that for a reason. Um, some communities like mine aren't, and you do get market adjustments for where you live, and you get other things too. So I mean, again, the some of the benefits and all that for working for the company I would talk about off camera. So if you contact me on Facebook, I can send you anything you need to know. But yeah, basically if you get a job with them, you're signing up for 2 years. So at the very least, so when you get hired, they pay all your flights in, all that type of stuff. And then every month you've worked for them, they take a certain percentage off of the money that it costs to fly you in. If you quit before that 2 years is up, you owe them back whatever the difference is on the flight in. The flight in is like a loan, but it's paid for by time. You don't actually pay for it with your own money. You pay for it by time served. Oh. Yeah. Contact me there, and I'll give you the information you need. And if you are still interested after we talked about it, I'll suggest you to the company, and then they'll contact you from there. If you do get hired as a manager, there is a 1 month training in Winnipeg, and it's basically all expenses paid as well. And then they fly you to wherever you're going. And if you're really, really interested, I can even talk with my big boss and my DSO, because we can hire our own manager and not have you go through the exact same process. But yeah, it is what it is. It's intriguing. And yeah, just like I was saying, Brian, yes, we can. It's a different process for us to do it, but we can, and we will be having two. We have two relief managers in the house across from me right now, and they're just here as relief until we can find and hire somebody to actually do the job. Because our two managers that used to live in that house didn't like the community and wanted out, so they got transferred to Arctic Bay. So they're going to Arctic Bay. They just finished their quarantine, so they'll be flying to Arctic Bay tomorrow. So Arctic Bay, way up in the top of Nunavut, they'll fly to Pond Inlet, and then from Pond Inlet they'll take a like little grasshopper and go to Arctic Bay. But yes, we can do a hire our own, source our own management. It's just a different process, and you have to get your DSO's approval. But our DSO loves our manager, so like our store manager, and she loves us, and she's trying to push us to be the people that take over for her if she leaves. Whether that happens or not, who knows? We don't know what our career is going to be in this place. We always did kind of want to travel. We wanted to go further north, but I think what our plan is going to be is to finish paying off all of our debt, save up the money we need for our house that we want to buy in New Brunswick. buy our house in New Brunswick and then become relief managers. So all summer we work in the north, but we get shipped from community to community. And that would be the way that we would end up seeing the rest of the north. But like I said, I am more than willing to talk about anything people want to talk about, like big details, but it would be not on this. I tried to get a few people to come up here. I did try to get Yi and Radar up here at one point, but my boss at the time wasn't very useful.
Funny, emailed me like a month after. I was like, what? I already have a job, so I was like, we'll see.
Hi, you. You ready to go to bed? Okay, I gotta go then, guys. I'm being told she's going to sleep. So
Bye,
we are
Chad.
going
Been
to-
fun.
Yes, Guy, thank you. And yeah,
Bye-bye.
again, anybody that needs to talk to me, you know how to get a hold of me. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bang.